Hey guys, Etwa here, and welcome back to another FIFA 17 Ultimate Team video. Today, I'm going to bring you guys a video that I used to do quite often, and these are the Marquee Matchups investments. Now, the Marquee Matchups Squad Builder Challenge comes out every single Friday, and it features 4 of the biggest games from that weekend of football. Now, it gives you some really good opportunities to make some great no-risk investments, and although there are a lot of different games included, I've narrowed it down to find the ones that I think are most likely to be included, and also the no-risk investments that you guys can get. You're not going to lose out any coins, even if they're not included. You can either keep them in your club and sell them on in the future for future Squad Builder Challenges, or you can just sell them on for what you bought them for, and if they do get included, you can make some really good profits. So if you guys want to make profit and want to make some coins right now, this is a really good way of doing that. So, firstly, to run over the games, we've got Bayern Munich against Ingolstadt, we've got Spurs against Liverpool, Rapid Vienna against Austria Vienna, Rotherham against Huddersfield, and also Reading against Brentford, both in the Championship. We've got Luton against Crawley and Wickham against Stevenage, both in League 2. And then we've got Lechia against Jagiellonia in the Polish League, or the Ekstraklasa. And finally, Lazio against AC Milan in the Serie A or Calcio A, depending what you want to call it. So for the no-risk investments, you want to invest in the league rather than the actual team that these players play for. Now, if you invest specifically in the team, the player prices are going to be inflated and you'll end up overpaying. And often the prices won't go up as much as some of the players in the whole league because people invest for the teams rather than the whole league. And that means a lot of people sell on their players that they've picked up as investments. For example, with the Luton against Crawley game, a lot of people will go and get Luton and Crawley players, and then when the Squad Builder Challenge comes out, they'll sell all of them on. That's going to decrease the price of Luton and Crawley players. For the whole league as a whole, normally for the Squad Builder Challenge, you only need like 1 or 2 players from each team. But all the other players in the league, they're going to go up in price as they're also needed for the Squad Builder Challenge. And it's also more no risk because a lot less people invest in the whole league, whereas more people invest in the actual teams. And that means the teams are more expensive to begin with when you start investing. So it's slightly cheaper to invest for the whole league, and that's why it is kind of a no-risk trading method. So we want to cover the whole leagues. We're going to start off with the 2 leagues that have 2 different matches that could be included. So the first one is the Championship. The Championship is always really good for these type of investments here because it's very often included in the Marquee Matchup. So if it's not included this week, you're very likely to be able to maybe sell these cards on in maybe next week or the week after the Squad Builder Challenge for the Marquee Matchups. So we've got Rotherham against Huddersfield, which is a Yorkshire derby, and also Reading against Brentford. You just want to go to gold, and you just want to go through bidding on all these cards. You guys can see my transfer targets right now is full of players that I've gone and picked up. If I go over to wherever I've got my ones from the Championship, yeah, you guys can see here, loads and loads of players picked up from the Championship, and you can get all these for like 350 coins, and these are really good investments. You can expect to be able to sell these on for a couple of 100 coins profit on every single player, easily like 200 or 300 coins on each one, which is very good. That's some really easy profit you're going to be able to make. You guys can see here I've got a ton of players already. I'm going to send them to the club. I'll go into more depth and more detail on the other investments I'm making later on in the video. But yeah, you guys can see I've got a ton of players invested in. I'm going to send all of them over to my transfer list, and yeah, just clear this out so I have a bit more space to go and get some more players. So you guys can see, just go through bidding like 350 coins on players from this league. Doesn't really matter who they are, just get players from the Championship. You've got 2 games that could be included, and I definitely think one of them will be included. Just to run over who I think is actually going to be included in the Marquee Matchups, I think Spurs versus Liverpool as the biggest game is the most likely to be included. I think that will be included, as well as either Bayern Munich against Ingolstadt or Lazio against AC Milan. Lazio against AC Milan, though, is a Monday night kickoff, so potentially could be Bayern against Ingolstadt. So I think one of those will be included. Then I think they'll probably include either of the Championship games, and then it's a toss-up between any of the other ones. So Austria Vienna versus Rapid Vienna, Lecce against Jagiellonia, and also the 2 League 2 teams as well. So yeah, you can go and get the players from the Championship. That covers those 2 Championship games. We've then got League 2. They don't have any gold players, but you can get very cheap silver cards if you put the maximum price to 150 coins. Go through bidding on players like this, and if you get them for this type of price there, you're often going to be able to sell them on for a really good amount of coins if a Marquee Matchups comes out featuring League 2, which happens every couple of weeks. So if they're not included this week, you can sell them on for one that's included in the future, or you can just sell these cards on for like 200 coins and maybe even make profit normally if you just list them up for 200 coins on a buy now, or you can quick sell them for 100 coins. So no risk. You've got a lot of different ways that you can sell these cards on to get your coins back if it's not included, and there are 2 different games which could potentially be included. These cards are likely to go up to a couple of 100 coins, maybe like 500 or 600 coins if the whole league is included with that particular Marquee Matchup. So for example, if Luton against Crawley is included, these cards are definitely going to go up a good amount of coins. So So you can get them for like 150 coins. For the silvers, very, very good, very easy investments that you can make right there. And you never know, they may release like an FA Cup Squad Builder Challenge. They've done that in the past. We needed players from the Championship, League 1 and League 2 from different nationalities. And yeah, you never know, they could do something like that. The FA Cup is currently, I think, well, as I'm recording this, there are some FA Cup games going on. And then there will be some FA Cup games in the next couple of weeks. So there's a chance for selling them on then as well. But yeah, mainly investing, obviously, for the marquee matchups. Just get 150 coin bids on loads of players from League 2 with silvers, and you should be good. So yeah, we've got those two leagues which have got two teams playing in, or two matches rather happening. But also we do have the Premier League. Now the Premier League, as I said, this is the one that I think is got an almost guaranteed team included, and this is obviously Spurs against Liverpool. So what I'd recommend doing is just going through and spamming bids of about 400 coins on these cards there. You can bid 400 coins and get slightly more deals, or you can bid for 350, get less, but obviously you are getting them cheaper. But yeah, you just want to go through and spam bids on loads and loads of players from the Premier League. And these cheap gold cards here, if you invest specifically for each of the teams, then those cards are slightly more expensive. If you go, for example, for Liverpool, the cheapest cards are around about 600 or 700 coins. You can go and get people like, for example, a Origi, some cheaper cards like that. I'd recommend getting maybe a Origi, Danny Ings, and a few players like that. But the main investments I'd recommend going for are just kind of these cheap players here from the Premier League. If you get the cheaper gold cards like this for 400 coins or so, just go through bidding on loads of cards here, and you will get outbid on a few of them, as it is the Premier League and lots of people are buying Premier League players. But yeah, if you just keep spamming bids on these cards, you'll eventually pick up quite a few. And they're always good investments because Premier League games are very, very kind of big. Normally, they're normally the biggest games in the marquee matchups, if that makes sense. So, for example, this game here is the biggest one. It's going to have the biggest reward, and it means a lot of people will complete this, even if they don't complete the whole marquee matchups. The Premier League one's normally the one that everyone completes, unless it's maybe El Clasico or a big game like that that gives the best reward. So yeah, if you invest in players from the Premier League, just get the cheap gold cards. You should be good. You can go and get, though, a few cheaper players like Janssen, Wimmer, Origi and Ings from the different teams there. It's slightly riskier, but it's still not too risky at all if you get some of the cheaper ones. Maybe the cheaper rare ones too, as you don't lose out too many coins on them. But yeah, you can go and get a few of those cards if you want as well. So also we do have Bayern against Ingolstadt. That game there, I'd recommend just going and getting a few cheap players from the Bundesliga. Do exactly the same as I've done here with the Premier League. Put the maximum buy now to like 350 coins and go through and just spam bids on all these cards there. For just 350 coins or so. You can get plenty of players. You can specifically just find the ones where you can get them for 350 coins, where you have to go maybe a couple of minutes in, and then you can do that, or you can just bid on them for just like 400 coins or so. It doesn't make too much difference, but yeah, you can get these cards very, very cheaply, and if this game is included, you can sell them on, and if not, you can just wait until a future Squad Builder Challenge needing Bundesliga players comes out, so that's a decent one there. And then you want to do exactly the same as well for the Calcio, as there is also a game, as I said, potentially could be included, Lazio against AC Milan. So yeah, just do exactly the same, go through bidding 350 coins on all these cards. Again, skip a few pages in, and then you're going to just be able to get all the bids for like 350 coins or so on the cards. And yeah, if you skip forwards a bit here, you can see lots of players you can just put bids on. And yeah, if you get these cards for this type of price, you should be able to make some great profit. Again, if you see any players from like the specific teams included, then try and pick them up kind of especially. So you may have to bid slightly more, like 450, 400 coins to get some of them. But if you get players from Lazio and get players from AC Milan as well, you should be good. So yeah, there are loads and loads of players right here. Just put bids on them and you should be good. Some good low risk and very, very cheap players that you can pick up there. And then we do have kind of the outside shouts that could be included, and if they are included, are going to drive up the price of the players from their leagues a lot. So that's Rapid Vienna against Austria Vienna, which is the Vienna derby in the Austrian Bundesliga, and also Lechia against Jagiellonia in the Ekstraklasa, which is in Poland. So if we go down here, you guys can see we're going to start off with the Ekstraklasa. There are a couple of gold cards in this league, and yeah, they all play for the same team, which is Legia Warsaw. And all you need to do is just go through bidding 350 coins on these gold cards. And normally the requirements are, for example, a team with a specific rating, 1 or 2 players from each of the teams included, and then you just need to build a team from that league. So that's why these cards go up a lot. They're the highest rated cards in this league in this case there. And these are the ones that people are going to go and get to increase the rating, so they can then maybe use some bronze players or something without having to with too many silvers. So a lot of people will end up using gold cards, and these ones there are always good investments you can pick up. So you can get these very, very cheaply. You can sell them on for 350 coins by now. If they're not included, you can keep them till a future Squad Builder challenge as well, or you can just quick sell them and lose about 40 coins on them if they're not included. But if they are included, they're likely to go up to around 1,000 coins, and you should be able to make some really, really good profit on them. And the final game is going to be Rapid Vienna against Austria Vienna, and that is in the Austrian Bundesliga, which is all the way down here, is the last team on FIFA, or the last league rather on FIFA. And yeah, you just go through. I've already done this once, but yeah, you just want to go through. My transfer list is currently full with all these deals I've picked up on bid. But yeah, you just want to go through bidding 350 coins on the 2 goal players, who are Jonathan Soriano and Dabor, and they're the 2 goal players who do play in this league. And this is quite a big game in Vienna. 2 of the biggest teams in Austria are playing each other in one of the biggest cities in Austria. So it's a big game between 2 of the most supported and 2 of the best teams in Austria. So I think this one is quite likely to be included. And as I said, I think what EA are going to do, there's actually a deal on buy now, you could maybe get there as well. As I said, what I think EA are going to do is at least put one big game in, which is likely to be Spurs against Liverpool. And then they'll probably put in one of the Championship games, or maybe one of the League 2 games, and then it will be kind of a toss-up, as I said, between Rapid Vienna and also the Legia versus Jagiellonia game. And then also, I think they'll include either Bayern versus Ingolstadt, or they'll include Lazio against AC Milan. So you can invest for all of them. If they're not included, you can just keep hold of them, sell them for a future Squad Builder challenge, future marquee matchups, as these leagues here are very, very common, other than the 2 last ones which I showed you, which are slightly riskier, but still, it's pretty much no risk because you're getting them for 350 coins, and you can just sell them on for what you bought them for. So yeah, hope you guys did enjoy the video. Leave a like, sell these cards on as well on Friday evening. I'd really need to kind of reinforce that. A lot of people wait and wait and wait, and the cards just kind of drop down in price and they don't make as much profit. Lots of people ask me when to sell them on. Always sell them on within about an hour or 2 of the Squad Builder challenge coming out. It's so important that you do that, as that's when the cards come out, and well, that's when the Squad Builder challenge comes out rather, and that's when the cards go up in price. So that's the best time I think to sell the cards on. But yeah, if you do want to see this come out every single week with the best investments, or maybe a video on the predictions for the specific Squad Builder challenges and requirements, maybe I could do 2 videos on the marquee matchups. I'm not sure, but yeah, hope you guys did enjoy the video. Tell me in the comments down below what you think, what I should do in the future with this type of series. So I used to do it a lot more often. I haven't done it for a few weeks though, as you guys weren't really showing too much support on it. Didn't really know if it was something you guys want to see. But if you do want to see this more in the future, leave a like. Hopefully it will help you out. Do tweet me any pictures of your investments selling on if you've managed to make some good coins. Once the marquee matchups come out, I will have a video on how to complete it the cheapest way possible as well. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a like, subscribe new, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.